Hello and welcome everyone. So I'm going to do a brief video here on weight loss, and please watch the whole entire video so you understand what I'm talking about. If you watch halfway through, you're not going to understand. I don't make any money on these views. There's no ads on my videos, so there's no monetization, so this is purely for your benefit. So with that said, I'm showing you a scale because everyone wants to weigh themselves in the beginning. You're going to lose weight. A lot of that could be water weight because you're having a lot of water retention from all the acidic foods. It could be fat from your organs. But either way, your body's going to eventually balance out. So let me explain. When you transition to a raw diet, you're eating hopefully a lot of water-rich foods such as living fruits that are fresh, ripe, full of water. Now, those are all going to help really with your kidneys to get filtering and your lymphatic system. And your lymphatic system is usually stagnated, and a lot of people are having problems with that. It's like your sewer system, when it gets backed up, it's going to cause a lot of problems. You're going to get the water retention, as I mentioned. You're going to get a whole host of issues. And also the New Age Oregano is really great at helping to get your lymphatic system moving. And I mentioned this in the other videos. I'll put that video as a link below this one so you can view that. All you got to do is go to shop.destroydiseases.com. You can purchase the half bottle or the full bottle, which will be the highest quality oregano oil and will be 100% pure, and it's very concentrated, so you only need about 1 to 3 drops per day, and that will really help, along with the fresh living fruits. So the fresh living fruits, which I mentioned before, water rich, they're going to help get your kidneys filtering so you get sediment in your urine, which helps you to filter out the waste during this process. They're also very alkalizing, and they're going to help really bring you to that next level and help you move forward. If you're consuming fruits, understand there's really several different types of fruits. There's acid fruits, which are very alkalizing to the body when you consume them. That's an example of a pineapple. There's sweet fruits, which is an example of grapes. And there's subacid fruits such as blueberries, raspberries, things of that nature. And then there's melons. When you start out, I would do a mono meal of just melons. I don't like to combine those with other fruits. As time goes on, you can combine some sweet fruits with some subacid fruits. That's not an issue. I do that with intermittent fasting. I'm consuming 1 meal a day. Intermittent fasting, if you don't know, watch my video on that. It really helps with human growth hormone, really helps build testosterone, and really helps to build a lot of muscle. And all fruit contains amino acids and protein and everything you're going to need, so that's not an issue. You just got to eat enough for your body. So if you don't eat enough for your body, just as if you're consuming animal products, which a lot of people do, they consume a banana, they maybe consume some berries, they consume maybe 1 or 2 apples, and maybe they'll consume a little bit of watermelon, they call it a day. And then they can't figure out why they're losing weight. Well, just as if you ate a small piece of steak, or you ate a few shrimp, and then you ate a little bit of rice, and that's all you eat, you're going to have a lot more weight loss because you're not consuming enough food for your body. So, of course, you're going to be restricting yourself on what you need to consume, and that's what anorexia is. So that can happen on either end of the spectrum. But the problem is people start throwing in animal products, and then they're eating fruits, and then they're eating cooked vegetables, so you're not detoxing. And I'm not saying you can't ever consume animal products, but when you're detoxing, you shouldn't, because they stop the detox process, as do nuts. So avoid them. You don't need them. You need electromagnetic energy from the foods, and that's going to come from the living fruits, especially the fruits. If you need to consume some other foods, such as, leafy greens, I don't have a problem with that. Just keep 80% of your diet with fresh living fruits. And You can consume small amounts of wheatgrass. Again, just keep the bulk of your diet with fresh fruits. It's very, very simple. It means nothing dried, nothing in a package. If you buy an apple from the grocery store and you cut it open, that's a fresh living fruit. Very, very, very simple to understand. If it comes in a package, that's not a fresh living fruit. Once you cut it open, the fruit's done. So that's when you need to consume it. So if you watch my other videos, I consume 9 pounds of fruit minimum a day, sometimes more, because that's what I need for my body. If you're getting low magnesium symptoms, such as you're getting some muscle spasms, you're getting some muscle stiffness, you definitely aren't consuming enough foods, and that brings exactly up the point I just mentioned. You have to consume enough for your body, especially if you're doing intermittent fasting. Start with 3 meals, work your way up maybe to 2. 1 meal's not for everybody. It's not easy to do that, but it can be done. I'm doing it, but I'm suggesting that everyone use 3 meals and do that within a certain window of time, whether it's 10, 12 hours, whatever that may be, and stay focused on that. And drink alkalizing water that's natural, such as spring water, not man-made alkaline water. There's a big difference. So what can you consume to help with the transition? Everybody's going to be hungry in the transition. That's just normal. There's a difference between people that claim they're quote-unquote starving, which is not true. Because starving is happening all over in different parts of the world where people aren't eating for days or weeks. That's starving. You're not starving. I promise you that. You're having appetite symptoms, but they will go away as you drink some more water and you get used to the process. It happens to everyone, so you need to understand the difference. So please respect people that truly are starving. You're not starving. I want to emphasize that. There's nobody on this planet starving with going to a raw living food diet. They just don't understand the difference between their appetites, and they're so used to consuming so much food that their body's giving them signals that they may want to consume some food, but it goes away when you drink some water. And I'm living proof of that. It just takes a little patience and discipline. That's it. It's not hard, folks. So I'm trying to really help you. This is not knocking anyone. This is just what happens. People are used to being satiated and full from the standard American diet or consuming a lot of animal products. You can get some of that from avocados. I used to do a lot of those. I personally don't consume anything now. I don't need it, but you can use those. They won't hurt the process as far as stopping the detox process, but they're not as good as consuming living fruits, water rich, not even close. But in the beginning, you can consume them. You can consume dates. If you're consuming 3 meals a day, you can consume 1 with bananas and dates. It's a fantastic meal. Will fill you up. Again, a few hours later, you may have your appetite say, oh, you're hungry. But again, if you consume enough of these, you're not. That's just what your body's telling you. But you can ignore that. You're not any way, shape, or form starving, as I mentioned before. Same thing with avocados. You can throw those in with some fresh herbs. I mean, you could even do that with some other fruits. But in the beginning, you want to balance out for digestion. As time goes on, you can throw in the fruits, as I do with subacid and acid fruits. Actually, subacid and sweet fruits. Every now and then, I might throw in an orange with an acid fruit, but I typically don't do that all the time. It's better to keep the subacid and acid together. After you've went on the mono meals where you're consuming maybe just watermelon, as I mentioned before, just to kind of summarize this video. Now, also, when you're healing and you're going on a healing trend, I want to show everyone this. This is very important, and the reason I'm showing you this is as an example. If you have creases in your earlobes, especially this will all start going away when you start healing. If you're trying to treat symptoms, and which many people are out there not realizing it, and you're taking all these other supplements, you're treating symptoms. So I always tell people to avoid all silver products and all of these things, because when you're treating symptoms, you're not true healing. When you're true healing and this is all going away, and now you're not treating symptoms. So there's a big difference. True healing happens with raw living food diet, clean water, even getting some sun. Sun is great. I'll talk about that in other videos. But keep on the raw living food diet with no cooked foods and work at your own pace. Thank you so much, folks. Keep moving forward. Wish you all the best in your journey. Bye-bye.